In today's community response feedback video, we asked what new roles do you want to see in the game and how would they be integrated in the system? You guys put up some great ideas, so let's get into them right now. Howdy Cowpoke, AustinBMX here, and today we have our community response video for October 11th, 2019, and we asked all of you what kind of roles you want to see and how can they be integrated into the current system we're seeing with the roles that were added with the Frontier Pursuits. And you guys brought up a whole bunch of awesome ideas. Let's check out a few right now. First up, we got a couple of you that put up some pretty great lists. Let's take a look at those. We got Dan the Man. He says Moonshiner, fishing role, casino saloon owner, trapper role, farmer, horse ranch owner, outlaw role, and gang leader. Those are all amazing. James also concluded with gang leader, sheriff, fishing, trapper, mining. D-Boy brought up fisherman as well, lawman, bandit, gold miner, and also some stuff to do with the trapper and trader. Those are all great ideas, and they're a consensus across all the comments that we got. I first want to take a look at Dan the Man's idea of a moonshiner. Now, we've brought this up a few times playing the game with all of our friends in chat, and it is a great idea, and I think it could be implemented fairly easily within the trapper and trader system, right? It could just be another item or job that you could have at your camp to build upon your camp and have a couple different jobs available at your camp, so we can grow that camp. Man, I'm saying camp a lot. But the moonshiner would be great. It probably would be the same type of system or job layout as the trader itself. You know, you could buy the steel instead of a butcher table, and then you'd have to make sure you got supplies for that steel, and then when it got filled, you'd have to do a delivery run and deliver your goods or your whiskey, and it would be the same as a trapper, but you could add that as a secondary job at your camp. I think it'd be a great idea, just as more income bringing in consistently with your camp. And that's a great idea, Dan the Man. Another role that everybody was talking about was a fisherman or slash hunter. That's pretty crazy because didn't know that everybody in the game loved to do fishing and hunting. Of course I do, and we did that quite a lot. We actually playing with a lot of new viewers and friends that are pretty new to the game that just started playing right before the Frontier Pursuits, where you can make a lot of money doing different things, and they don't even know about hunting or fishing that much. Actually, just the other day, one of our posse members that plays with us quite a lot, you know who you are, just bought a fishing pole, and he's over rank 100. And he's never caught a fish ever in the entire game. We got him fishing though, taught him a little bit of things, and got him some fish so he could do a daily challenge. But looking over at Solidus here, he says maybe we could do fisheries, or could be an angler. Roberto goes on and says he wants to be a fisherman. He wants to own his own shrimp boat. That'd be pretty cool to own your own business out of Saint Denis. Mr. Boomstick wants to add hunter and fisherman role, or both can be added into hunter role. Maybe you could finally add legendary animals and legendary fish in online. And Heartless also agrees with that. This is a trapper or someone to craft items that are unique. Legendary animals every week for the trader, as well as moonshine steel, horse breeder, and gold miner like we talked about earlier. So fisherman slash hunter would be fantastic. We still do quite a lot of hunting with the trader, but we don't really do anything with the animals but give them the crypts to build that stuff. It would be pretty cool to have that hunting role, just like Boomstick and Heartless were talking about, where they brought in legendary animals and your specific job for that week or for that particular time was to go hunt that specific animal. That would be super awesome. And fishing as well. I've played this game since it came out, and we've done quite a lot of fishing. We were going over our stats with some of our friends the other day, and I've caught hundreds and hundreds and thousands more fish than they have, and they were so amazed at how many fish we've caught. And I was like, well, that's how we made money before the Frontier Pursuits came out. And since then, we haven't done any fishing really at all because Crips doesn't want fish, and we don't sell anything to the butcher at all anymore because we can make more money at camp. So being able to have some kind of fishing role would be great to sell all those fish and maybe sell them to the fishery and upgrade your abilities to be the headman of the fishery like Solidus suggested. That is a fantastic idea, guys. Fisherman sounds like it would be a great addition to the game and build upon living off the lands like Rockstar wants us to do. Moving on to that, we got Typical Eric, and he says he wants to add more roles based on honor and more role levels than we have right now. We all want to see all the roles we currently have progress even further, as well as get new roles. He also would like to see more businesses we can buy, and the thing he really wants to see is cabins we can buy or build. Of course, we all want to grow our camps and have a homestead. Looking at the honor-based roles, Rockstar really wants to see this, and they've outlined it in their interview with VG247 that we have linked in the description. They definitely want to see more roles based on high honor and low honor and how you want to play the game. And that goes on to what everyone else is saying in the thing. They definitely want to see the Lawman role added. And Rockstar's mentioned that this could be and possibly will be a progression from the bounty hunter. Both Lyndon and Tico do also want to see some sort of a lawman, and Batman gets in this little farther. He wants to see lawman role. Sounds pretty cool, becoming a deputy in one of the towns, or marshal hunting down train or bank robberies. So that would be pretty cool. We could have outlaws in the game that get the heist that we're all looking for, and maybe if you're a high-level bounty hunter and you progress into a lawman or a sheriff role, maybe you'll get noticed or notified when these outlaw role characters are getting ready to do a train or a bank heist, and you get the call to go stop them because you're a high honor lawman or sheriff role. That sounds pretty awesome. Batman also goes on to say he wants to see a rancher role raising cattle or herding sheep to towns to be sold. We've thought about this quite a lot, and a few of you have mentioned that in the comments as well. Being able to do something with the horses in the game, maybe herd them in, the wild horses, and sell those at a fence. Maybe you have to keep them at camp and earn their trust to be able to sell them. Or the sheep herd or pigs or cattle or anything. It's kind of already made in the game. There is a mission in story mode where you actually have to not just herd the sheep, but you have to steal the herd from a local herder in the Heartlands, and then you take them to auction in Valentine. That'd be pretty cool to be able to do that in the game. Build up on your camp, have some sort of a corral there where you have to go get supplies so the sheep have feed and all that good stuff. And when you have enough sheep or pigs or cows, then you got to take them all to the auction to sell them for some money. Great comment. Hi McNoon says he wants to see farmer / property owner and wagon driver taxi service. That's pretty cool. And Rockfan74 also said Pony Express rider. I know it was 1860, but does the game really need to be that accurate? Now, we've brought up this quite a few times before the rules even come out, what we would like to see, and some sort of wagon driver or Pony Express driver where you had the ability to purchase larger wagons depending on how well of a delivery guy you were, or you had to take high value targets or clients from one town to the other, and maybe you can get robbed or taken over by bandits. That'd be pretty cool to be able to do that and upgrade your wagon, maybe get a 6-horse wagon to be able to do faster runs. Great comment from Rockfan and Hi McNoon. So finishing up today's video, we got a great comment from Bad Brit, and he says, extend the trader hunter so you can use traps or catch beavers, muskrats, rabbits, etc. That's an awesome idea. Another way to do some hunting. Maybe some low honor activities like smuggling or moonshining we've talked about here for sure. But his main concern is that Rockstar needs to fix the bugs so that the existing roles can be playable. Says new roles don't make sense as long as the game is buggy, and we've got a lot of them right now. The trader role doesn't work properly at the moment. He spends 1/3 to half his time online just trying to get his camp, find ways to spawn animals. Those are two major issues in the game right now, and we understand that we really don't need any more roles until these ones get fixed. Hopefully Rockstar is working on both things at the same time, getting all these bugs fixed and creating some new content so when they are fixed, we get that pulled out. He also says Rockstar needs to improve the existing content before coming up with new stuff. A smaller improvement that he'd like to see is sharing or trading stuff with your posse. For example, if 2 guys contribute by hunting, another guy can collect herbs in the meantime and then hand a few tonics to his buddy. That is an amazing idea. We've talked about this quite a lot. I have tons of stuff in the game as well as cash. I would love the ability to share with friends and posse. Maybe if someone needs a couple pieces of meat to cook for daily challenge and I have an abundance of it, why can't I drop a few at camp? Maybe it can only happen at camp, but you can have like a little area where it's like a sharing spot. That would be fantastic. Since also a second horse would be nice. We've also always said that as well. Maybe a special pack horse or mule. We thought that was going to be coming more than like a hunting wagon. The ability to use a pack horse or one of your horses as a pack horse when you're out hunting, so you don't have to have the whole wagon. You can just throw some extra stuff on there. That's a great idea. Also, we'd like to see, and I know a lot of you guys would as well, let your dogs actually do stuff more in free roam than just sit at camp. Hopefully that's coming soon. Maybe even be able to just ride around with you on wagons. We talked about in last week's community response video, or do more stuff like go out on hunts with you. But I would like to see smaller improvements in the game and these buggy rolls fixed. He doesn't want to see flying horses in the game unless flying horses is the great warrior of the Koi Sioux. Totally agree, Bad Prit. I hope they do get these bugs fixed because the game is actually being a lot of fun lately, and the bugs kind of get buggy and annoying. We've had a little bit of issues with the camp, but it did seem to work for a little while until this week. It's back to not working too great. So hopefully Rockstar is working hard on those, as well as bringing us some new content and improving the current content. So guys, you've come out with tons of awesome role ideas, and I appreciate all the feedback. It's definitely great to see all your guys' comments and what you guys are hoping to see in the future. We're super excited for the future of Red Dead Online, or the future of 1899, or however that works out. But for next week's video, make sure you're checking out the community tab and get your answers over there and your feedback, so you may be featured in next week's video. We want to ask, 5 weeks in now after the update, are you bored? So are you still having fun in the game? Do you need new content immediately, or are you still having a great time with the current content that just got added that we waited 6 months for in the Frontier Pursuits? Let us know in the community tab, guys, and we'll talk about that next week in our community response video. Hey guys, I hope you like and enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, and just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.